Hello, this video is about my narcissist story. I'm just sitting here outside and relaxing, looking at the stars and the moon. So anyways, it's overcast, I guess. Or might I say, lots of clouds in the sky. But we're just outside. I'm outside enjoying myself. So, yes, I am a victim of narcissist abuse. And it's kind of a weird story, but I want to tell it to you. So listen closely. Just bear with me on this crazy, wild ride of a story. Okay, this is how it all started. I was on this program, which is called Pal Talk, and it's where people can actually go into different chat rooms and they can talk to different people about different subjects. Because you can pick any room you want to go into, from social issues and politics, human rights, Christianity section, Islamic section, spirituality section, pretty much anything. You can go into any room you'd like. Also, you can even get on camera with people, and you can get in camera in a chat room, and if anybody finds you attractive or want to be friends, whatever, they usually just message you in a private message, and then y'all can talk. And then after y'all do that, y'all can just have a private conversation between you two. Also, you can cam up together as well. So that's kind of like how I met my catfish / narcissist. He catfished me, a narcissist. He catfished me. Okay, so, and I'll explain to you first what a catfish is. There's different types of catfishes, but some catfishes are out for money. Some catfishes are out because they're bored. Some catfishes are out to hurt someone's feelings. Some catfishes are out to destroy other people's life. What they do is a catfish is a fish that most people aren't supposed to eat. If you're a Christian anyways, because in the Old Testament it tells you not to eat catfish. Okay? So if you're a Christian or Jew, you're really not supposed to eat catfish, even though some people do, but me, I don't. It's against my religion to eat catfish, okay? So anyways, that's why they call it a catfish, because most people are not supposed to eat catfish. It's against the Old Testament, basically, to eat catfish. Anyways, so, a catfish is a fish most people don't like, okay? So when you go fishing, you put a piece of bait on your hook, and you throw it into the ocean, right? And then, after you've thrown that hook into the ocean, you get a fish. It's usually a decent fish you get, too. Not usually another catfish. It's usually a decent fish, okay, that you can even eat. It's a keeper, basically, most of the time. Okay, so anyways, a catfish is a fish you don't want to eat, so most people will find that they reeled in a catfish from the ocean, and they will say, "Oh no, I can't eat catfish." They take the hook back out of the ocean, catfish mouth, and then they throw the catfish back into the ocean because the catfish is not a keeper. Okay, and but what the narcissist does is he's going around catfishing people at the same time with his narcissistic mind control games, right? So what he does is he goes fishing, he puts his bait on the hook, he throws it into the ocean, he gets a good fish with a good heart, and it's good and kosher and everything. And what he does is he tortures the fish, also known as a human, okay? And he tries to act like he's fishers of men. That's what he tries to do, right? But they're false apostles. Most of these, narcissists, they're false apostles of Christ, because that's just what they usually are. Let's see, where do I start? Oh yeah, so what they do, I'm gonna try to speed it up. This is pretty much what they do. They reel you in, they caught a good fish, and then they decide to throw the fish back into the ocean when the fish is yet a keeper, but yet they don't want to keep it. They know it's a keeper, but What they want to do is they want to torment that particular fish, aka person, by leaving the hooks inside the jaws of the victim, of the narcissistic victim, or might I say the narcissist victim. So the narcissist will throw the fish back into the ocean with its hooks in its jaws. And so the person that is a victim of narcissistic abuse is always pissed off and thinking about this narcissist and many other things because of mind control tactics. So that's just a little summary of that. There's a lot more to say about narcissist, mind control, and tactics and traits. So let's get into the story. Bear with me here, okay? It's only been 5 minutes and something. So, basically, my narcissist, what he did was he found me on a program called Pal Talk. He found me in a Christian section of a chat room. And he thought, wow, this girl's a really good Christian. I really like her for a catfish purpose, because he wanted to come to me as a apostle of Christ, because he knew that I am an apostle, of Christ, a disciple, an apostle, and a follower of Christ. And I am a Christian. Okay? And so he knew that. And so he tried to play fishers of men. But what he tried to do was lie. That's what he did to me. He lied. Real people who are fishers of men, which are Christians, who try to fish people into the religion of Christianity. That's what we try to do, okay? And we don't use bait and all that to do it. We just preach to them and befriend them. And we don't lie to them, okay? That's how we are. Christians don't lie to people. But this man that I met, like I said, I met him in like a Christian chat room, and he messaged me, and he's like, oh, I liked what you said in the Christian chat room and all that. And, I was like, oh, you did? Oh, okay. And then we started preaching back and forth about the Bible. We would start reading the Bible together over the computer, like over Pal Talk and private messaging. And we're like, oh, we're making really good friends to each other, because we both have a lot in common. We're both so-called Christians, and well, at least I'm a Christian. I thought he was. He knew the Bible kind of like that of like the back of his hand, as in he knew a lot of scripture by heart, and I know a lot of scripture by heart too. The only thing is I actually believe the scriptures. He does not, because he does not follow, his actions do not follow his words. If someone's actions do not follow their words, you know that they're a false Christian. Okay? So, in my case, it was him using Christianity and Christian lady like me. Ooh, there's my next victim. Because he knew that Christians forgive a lot, okay? So he thought, oh, well, since Christians forgive a lot, they would make like the perfect target for the narcissists to control. Okay? So basically, like I said, we met on the computer. We had so much in common. He kept telling me how nice I was, how wise I was, and all that. And I said, wow, we just have so much in common, and I feel so comfortable with you. Wow, you sound like you could be a friend of mine. And so basically, I said, well, I'm about tired of sitting at this desk, like hunched over. So why don't I just give you my phone number and we can talk over the phone and stuff. So that's exactly what we did. We started to talk on the phone. So I started calling him every day. And well, first it started out me calling about once a week. We stay on the phone for about an hour once a week. Then it became twice a week. Then 3 times a week. Then 4 times a week. As time passed on, about six months, calling about 4 times a week. 8 months, I was calling him probably every single day, spending about an hour on the phone with him a day. And then we went into about 2nd year of our phone relationship. So it was 2014 we first met, into 2014 after September. And then into 2015 was 1 full year. And then in 2016, we were supposed to actually meet face to face on July 15th, 2016. Okay, but something happened, so we didn't meet. But basically, what they do is in the relationship, basically, is it first starts out as a phone relationship in most narcissistic cases. They use the phone a lot because that way they can hide behind the screen. They can make false promises a lot easier, okay? And never fall through with their promises. But anyways, they can hide their true self behind the screen. You get what I'm saying? Anybody can act like anybody they want through a screen or through a phone. Okay? You don't have to act like yourself. You don't want people knowing what's going on behind the scenes. That's why they actually pick to use the phone a lot. Okay? I was one of the lucky women that did not travel to my narcissist. Because let me tell you something about men. If you ever find a man that you might meet online, y'all seem to have a lot in common. Y'all seem to love each other's personalities. And then all of a sudden, y'all decide to talk on the phone. And y'all really seem to really enjoy each other a lot, and like each other's company. And you feel like you've met your soulmate. Let me tell you something, girls and boys. Well, no, this really is for girls, this part. If a man really loves you, he'll travel to you. You will not have to travel to him. He will travel to you. Because I just know this. Because just imagine if you're a really beautiful woman. And a really nice, beautiful woman. And just, it doesn't matter. If you're just a man if you're just a woman that a man wants because you're so very worthy. Basically, what will happen is the man will travel for you. The man will pay for a plane ticket and he'll come to your city. A man will get a hotel for at least a week, so y'all can hang out for like a week and see if y'all like each other face to face. That's just normal. It's called like a date. Maybe go out to dinner one night. Maybe go to the beach the next night. Maybe go see a movie the next night, and just get to know each other while they're here in your city. Okay? It's like getting to know each other face to face. But see, the narcissist won't do that. The narcissist will make up any type of, excuse so that they cannot meet you face to face because they really don't want to meet you face to face. That's not their intention. That's why they always ask you to move to them, because they know that most women will not move to them. But there are some that actually will, though. But I'd say most women will not move, drive 10 hours to meet a man they met online. That's kind of awkward, It's kind of like, a man, what does a man do? A man usually opens the door for the woman when she goes into a store. A man will usually pull out a chair for a woman, let her sit down at the dinner table. Stuff like that. But he wants the woman to do all the work, such as travel to him, such as move in with him. And if he lives with his mother, that's a red flag. A narcissist, most of them live with their mothers. So if a man is like in his 40s and he's never been married, there's a good reason why. That's number one. Number two, if he lives with his mother, that is another red flag. Because most narcissists, actually all narcissists are mommy boys. They call them mama's boys. Okay. What else? So never ever travel for a man. Like ever. Never ever ever travel for a man. If a man likes you in your long distance relationship, have him come to you. And that way y'all can meet and make him stay for at least a week so y'all can hang out and get to know each other. And if y'all like each other more than that, then, then tell him to come back in about another month and have another week visit or whatever until y'all really get to know each other. And if you seem like, okay, I like this man, then usually you feel comfortable around him. So you're going to trust him. Therefore, you'll probably either move in with him, or he can move in with you, or y'all can find a place together somewhere. Okay. But what the narcissist does is he tries to avoid any sorts of, getting together. He doesn't want to meet you face to face. He doesn't want to hug you. He doesn't want to kiss you. He does not want to marry you. He doesn't want to do any of that. But see, the thing is he wants to, he basically wants to give you like a fantasy, like a fairy tale fantasy, and promise you all these things. Like, mine promised me that we would move to a city in Florida that, like, I always wanted to move to. And he promised me that we can live in this certain neighborhood. He promised me that we would have, like, the white picket fence. He promised me that we can adopt children from, like, Russia. He promised me, the minivan, like I'd be the house mom, you know what I mean? Like the homemaker mom that gets up in the morning, takes the kids to school. When the kids get out of school, the mom goes and picks kids up, drops them off at soccer practice and dance class, and then comes back, picks them up. They come home, do their homework, eat dinner. Basically I'm a housewife. That's what I wanted. And he said, oh yeah, I'd love you to be a housewife and stuff like that. And he's just a liar. He lied about all of that. Okay, so that's number one. They future fake. They say one thing and yet it never comes to pass, ever. Number two, they always have excuses. Oh, mine said, oh, I'm diabetic. I can't fly on an airplane because they don't have anywhere to put my diabetic medication at. And I think that's pretty foolish, don't you, girls? That him saying there's nowhere to put their diabetic medication, that is so foolish. I'm pretty sure, if you even fly on an airplane, I'm pretty sure they have like a pharmacy hold for your pharmaceuticals. They have to, because everything's regulated in the United States and throughout every country. Everything's regulated. They always keep a good control over everything because they don't want you distributing drugs throughout the country, okay, or states, country, worldwide. Basically, it's against the law. So they got to keep that stuff safe. They got to make sure it's real, like diabetic medication, whatever it may be. So his excuse was, I can't fly over to you because I ain't got nowhere to put my diabetic medication. That's like the dumbest fucking thing ever. Excuse my language. But you get my point, okay? I mean, there's so many diabetics. Diabetes is probably the number one leading disease in the United States. Or might I say the number one common disease in the United States, okay? And so that was his excuse, okay? I can't fly to you because I'm on diabetic medication. There's nowhere to put my medication. What a liar. You get my point? So basically what they do is they future fake with you. They make up all kinds of lies and excuses to why they can't come and see you, and they keep begging you to come and see them. And the reason why they might want you to come see them is because, number one, they more than likely know that you will not, because most women will not. So they probably know already that you're not going to do it. But there might be that few women that do, okay? So the few women that might travel to go see the narcissist are only going to get used for sex. Because that's pretty much all the narcissist really wants from you. It's just sex. At least the one I was with. That's all he really wanted. And he was a liar anyways. Like I said, they future fake. They procrastinate. They never pull through with what they promised you. Basically, what you need is more than words. You get what I'm saying? It's like more than words. If you ever heard that song, more than words is all you have to do to make it real. then you wouldn't have to say that you love me. 'Cause I'd already know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've heard that song. So basically, it's all more than words. Like, if they're just speaking this and that and never pulling through with it in a timely manner, then they're lying to you, okay? And constantly making up excuses and constant procrastinators. They're constant procrastinators on purpose because they know good and well that they're not going to fall through with your wishes. They just want to lie and make you believe that it's going to happen, and it never does. So stay here with me. Bear with me. Let me finish, please. Stay listening to my channel. I got to teach you. It's worth the listen. Okay, so they future fake. Then you continue to talk to them because, like I said, they're like professional procrastinators, professional liars, professional con artists, professional mind manipulators, like professional hypocrites, professional everything bad, basically. Professional artists, not artists, excuse me. They are like, like the biggest Hollywood star in Hollywood that don't get paid because no Hollywood don't want to pay them. Like, they think they're better actors than that of Johnny Depp or something, and they're not. And but they do try. I mean, they would probably make good actors, but most of the time, these narcissists are ugly, physically ugly, and in Hollywood, they don't really like unattractive, like actors. They just don't. I mean, look at Johnny Depp, good looking. Look at Brad Pitt, good looking. Look at Tom Cruise, good looking. Back in their days of acting, they were good looking men. And so they don't want no ugly narcissists and working for Hollywood, because they got to have the talent plus the look. They're looking for like the complete package, okay? So like basically the narcissist, like I said, he lies, future fakes, love bombing. Oh, and with the love bombing is where he'll never give you a true compliment. What he does is he will lie and he'll start calling you pet names like sugar plum, honey bun, sugar bear, sweet cake, sweet cheeks, stuff like that. Okay, so they never do give you a real genuine compliment. It's always a pet name. Okay, they'll never give you a true genuine compliment like, oh, your hair looks really good in that style that you have it. That's beautiful. I love that hairstyle on you. Or, wow, you have beautiful blue eyes. Or, wow, you have beautiful green eyes. Or, wow, you have beautiful brown eyes. They'll never compliment you on your true, genuine beauty, like your external beauty or inward beauty. They will never truly compliment you. Okay, a true compliment when it comes to your outward appearance would be something like, ooh, I love your beautiful blue, green, or brown eyes. Or, ooh, I love your beautiful hair. It's really nice. I love that hairstyle. Or, wow, I love that pink dress on you. It looks so good on you. It hugs your curves just the right way. Or, wow, I love those high heels on you. Your legs look really sexy in those high heels. Or, wow, I like your pale white skin. I just love it. I love girls with pale skin. Or, wow, I like your tan skin. Oh, wow, I love girls with a tan. No, these narcissists will never, ever, ever give you a true, genuine compliment. Okay? They never will. All they do is give you pet names, and that's called love bombing. Oh, they always say, I love you, though. They always say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Sweet cheeks, sweet cakes, sugar plum, honey bun, sugar pie, They make up so many different baby doll, they make up so many different pet names for you. They never give you a true genuine compliments. There's another red flag for you, okay? So let's see what else. Then after they've done love bombed you and everything, and they never fell through with their promises and always came up with a bunch of excuses, then they begin to devalue you. Okay? And they make little digs at you, like they're chiseling away at a mountain or something. Or chiseling away at your self-esteem. Okay? So what they do with the chiseling away at the self-esteem is basically they will insinuate, do a lot of insinuations with you. Like my narcissist did backhanded questions. And I know you've heard of a backhanded compliment. And a lot of narcissists also do backhanded compliments too. But the narcissist I had was really slick. And he did backhanded questions, okay? And so what he would say to me, I remember one of his backhanded questions was, he said, why do I always fall for women of lower social class than me? Because he comes from a rich family. Like his daddy was a doctor, his mom was a housewife. But his dad passed away. And, that's his dad's finances. That's not him. Get my point? So anyways, he's saying, he asked me a question, the girl, he said, oh, I love you. He asked me a question. The first insinuation question, aka backhanded question, was, why do I fall for women of lower social class than me? So basically, the first thing that came to my head was, oh my gosh, he just called me fucking poor fucking white trash. Okay? And I'm just going to cuss because it's my channel. So after that, I said, oh, hell no. And I hung up on him. Because he said, why do I fall for women of lower social class than me? Then I had, drove around in my car a little while. And I was thinking, maybe he didn't mean it that way. That's what I was thinking. Maybe he just didn't mean it that way. So I ended up calling him back. And we get back together. Because maybe he was really from a rich family, and maybe he really was, brought up rich, and maybe he didn't really mean what he was saying. That's what I thought, but he actually did know what he was saying. He actually pre-planned it. This is before I knew anything about narcissism. Okay, so then I forgave him, okay? And I shouldn't have. I should not have forgave him. But I did, because I didn't think that he meant what he said. I thought he said it by accident. Why do I fall for women of lower social class than me? I thought he meant that by accident. But he didn't. He did it on purpose. And later on, I figured it out. So let's keep going. So, after that, time had went on maybe about 2 weeks, maybe a month. Then he asked me another backhanded question. Or this was kind of a backhanded question / insinuation question. It was he asked me, he said, don't you wish you were more sexier? That's what he said to me. Don't you wish you were more sexier? So basically what that's trying to say is, don't you wish you're more sexier? So basically what he's trying to say is, you're not sexy. He's insinuating it. He's beating around the bush. He's implying it, that you're not sexy. He's trying to put that thought into your head, that manipulation little thought into your head to make you self-doubt yourself, okay? To make you doubt yourself in some kind of way. You get what I'm saying? So he said that to me. Don't you wish you were more sexier? So what that meant to me was, oh, well, you're trying to tell me I'm not sexy. And he said, you love me. Wow. So, yeah, that's what they do. That's called backhanded questions. Now, a lot of narcissists also do what they call backhanded compliments. Your narcissist might say something like, wow, that black dress looks really good on you. But, honey, if you lost 10 more pounds, that black dress would be perfect on you. So that's basically him insinuating, or actually just kind of telling you flat out that you're fat. or insinuating that you are fat. Okay? Instead of just coming right out and saying it. Get it? Or like other backhanded questions, backhanded compliments. That's what most people hear. There's also a thing that narcissists use called backhanded questions. But a lot of narcissists use backhanded compliments as well. So a backhanded compliment is something like, yeah, them pair of jeans look really good on you, but your butt looks just a little bit too big for them. You might want to change them or get a bigger size. Something rude like that. That's like a backhanded compliment as well. A lot of narcissists will do those. Or they might use another backhanded compliment, kind of like, honey, your hair looks really good today. But it's a little bit too, fluffy. It's a little bit too frizzy, okay? They might say something like that to make you doubt that your hair looks good after you done put a lot of work into it, okay? Or your makeup. They might say, oh, that smoky eye is just too dark. You look like you come out of the band Kiss or something. So stuff like that. That's called like backhanded compliments. So a narcissist will put little digs at you, either by backhanded questions or backhanded compliments, something similar to that, or both of them. And they'll make digs at you. So basically, get a little dig by a little chisel. They'll get the chisel and they'll hammer it down and break away a piece of your self-esteem, and then they'll do it again after you come back because you didn't understand, and they'll get their little chisel out again and, smash it again and try to break away at your self-esteem, kind of like that, like you have a heart of glass, because they're trying to break your heart, over and over again. And so, basically, they're making you self-doubt yourself. Like before you met the narcissist, you had, self-worth. You knew what you were before you met the narcissist. You knew that you were beautiful. You knew that you had a good personality. You knew what you wanted in life. And you were 100% real about it. The narcissist was just a complete and compulsive liar about the whole situation. They wanted to make up a lie, like a fairy tale, like a shared fantasy, to make you believe you have found Mr. Right and that you have found your soulmate and that you're going to get married to this person and maybe adopt kids, maybe have kids. Maybe you get the house you wanted. Maybe you go on the vacation you wanted. Stuff like that. It's like a shared fantasy. They make it up. They go along with you and they act like that's what they want too. But they never pull through with it, okay? That's why they begin to self-doubt. So basically, how it all starts is how I told you. They catfish you. They lie to you. They make up excuses about meeting you. They love bomb you with pet names. And then they turn around and make digs at you to make you self-doubt yourself, devalue you, basically, is what they call that, by chiseling away at your self-esteem. And then after they've did all of that, you basically are in a point in your life where you hate this person, or you're very angry at this person for wasting your time and lying to you. And basically, you are just so ticked off, and you might be lonely, and you find out later, hey, this person's not a Christian, because Christians don't lie about Christians. That's against our religion to lie, so we don't lie, okay? We learned our lesson from lying in the past, and we don't lie anymore, okay? Because we are trying to do what's right in the eyes of God, okay? So we don't lie anymore, okay? We tell the truth. And narcissists are nothing more than liars and hypocrites. And they usually come to you as a wolf in sheep's clothing. That is why the Bible says, beware of those who are wolves in sheep's clothing. They come to you as sheep, but then you get to know them and you find out that they are wolves. So you need to learn this. That's the Bible says, beware of those that come to you as sheep, but yet inside they are ravening wolves. Okay? So really, these people come to you, these narcissists, are really nothing more than I'm not sheep. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay? That's what they are. They are liars. So they're gonna do the deeds of their father, which is called the devil. For the devil was a liar from the beginning, and he is an author of lies. The devil is the author of lies, for he speaks of his own lies. Hold on 1 minute, please. Okay. So the devil is the author of lies, for he speaks of his own. And that's exactly how the narcissists are, too. They'll project everything about themselves onto you. Like if they think they're ugly, they're going to make you feel like you're ugly. Because when they look in the mirror, they see ugly. Therefore, they project what they see themselves as onto you. Okay? And they have low self-esteem, so they want to chip away at yours. Okay? They want you to believe that love doesn't exist when love does exist. They just don't have no love because they don't know God. Because if you don't know God, you don't know love, because God is love. You get that? God is love. And there is a such thing as love. There's love everywhere, just not from the narcissist. A cat will give you more love than a narcissist. A dog will give you more love than a narcissist, because at least you know with an animal it's a true love, and it's unconditional love. Okay? And so animals know how to give love. So, love does exist. Dogs, cats, birds, people. Love does exist. Do not give up on love, because love does exist. Birds love each other. I mean, look at all the beautiful birds in the sky every day when you're outside. It's because they found a mate, they love each other, and they had little babies, little birds, love birds. And so, these people that are called narcissists are demonically influenced by the devil, and all they're there to do is to chip away at your self-esteem and to self-doubt, to make you self-doubt yourself, to also devalue you, to make you feel like you are worthless. And the Bible says, no, not one is worthless. Everybody has worth. Even the Bible says that. Everybody has worth. But since the narcissist feels like he's worthless, he wants to make you feel as if you are also worthless. Okay? And also, a narcissist loves to waste your time. Okay? They want you to waste your time because they think it's funny to waste your time. Because, like I said, the narcissist totally does not believe in love at all. So, since they don't believe in love, they think, well, this other person, I'm going to make them not believe in love. Their victim that they chose. They're going to choose them to make them not believe in love anymore as well, when love does exist. It does. So, for all you people out there who are a victim of narcissistic abuse like myself, whether it be, marriages or even phone friendships, or people that are just right in the middle of it and don't know what to do like me. Them are some red flags. If people don't pull through with what they say that they're going to do, you make boundaries. You give them a certain amount of time to do it. They say they want to marry you. You're going to say, okay, well, if you want to marry me, you're going to move to first you're going to come visit me in my own city. And I'm not traveling to you. You're going to travel to me within the next I give them some boundary time, like 2-3 months, whatever. If you don't come visit me in 3 months, then, stay for at least a week so we can get to know each other on a one-on-one basis. If they can't do that, they are a narcissist. You know, I love that old song. It goes, Rosanna, Rosanna, meet you all the way. Dun, Rosanna, yeah, meet you all the way. Dun, Rosanna, yeah. Okay, it's because if a man really loves you, he's gonna meet you all the way. He's gonna come and he is going to stay in your city for at least a week to get to know you on a date, and y'all get to know each other before you can plan a marriage. I mean, come on, you gotta have a date before you can have a marriage, okay? And so yeah, set up some boundaries. Give him time limits. If a man really loves you, he will definitely make time to be with you. And if he can't do it and he keeps making up all these lies and excuses, you've got to get rid of him before it's too late. They come into your mind, they just manipulate you. So basically, how they do it is what? Let's repeat it. Love bombing by pet names. Um, Shared fantasies that are a bunch of lies. Never pull through with what they say they're going to do. Insinuations and devaluing you by beating around the bush or even reading between the lines. You got to read between the lines, understand the insinuations that they give you, that what they're really trying to say, okay? By devaluing you. Them are also red flags. They want to waste your time. And then it's constant fighting after that. Then you go into the narcissistic rage. Then you go into the ghosting. The ghosting is where they don't pick up their phone. Why? Because they think you're lucky to have them. When really, they're the ones lucky to have someone as honest as you in their life. Okay? They are the lucky ones. You're not lucky. You're very unlucky because why? Because you met the narcissist and you fell into the narcissist trap. So you're the one that's unlucky. But yet they think that they want you to think that you're the lucky one to have them. No, honey bun, girls and guys, they are the lucky ones to have someone as honest and true as you in their life. That actually gave them a real chance for true love, but they decided they didn't want to have any love. They decided they wanted to purge their self of love, okay? And they wanted to be a false apostle. It even says in the Bible, it says, beware of those who come to you as apostles, but yet they are false apostles. Even the devil transforms himself into an angel of light. Okay? Because the devil does transform himself into an angel of light. But then when you get close enough, you see him for who he truly is. Evil, rotten, liar, tempter, evil, just a complete liar, and the devil cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. And amen to that, because all that's written. And so that's why the Bible always says, test the spirits to see if they are of God. So that's why a lot of people stay in these narcissistic relationships, whether it is a phone relationship or whether it is, a face-to-face relationship. It takes you a while to actually test these people. Some people fail tests a lot quicker. Some people, they still have you under their manipulation games, mind control games. And so the best way to do it for all you people out there is remember this. Whenever the narcissist came into your life, it was all a lie. Everything they said was a lie about everything about the shared fantasy, about having kids or adopting kids, the shared fantasy of getting a house together, the picket fence, shared fantasy of going onto that trip to the Caribbean. They're just liars, everything, false promises. That's what narcissists do. So you got to set boundaries, you guys, time limits, boundaries. Oh, and the ghosting that they do to you. They know you're a lonely girl, so they don't want to answer their phone until you keep calling and calling and calling and calling them, till finally they unblock your number and answer your phone or your text. Because the fact they know that you're lonely and they know you're going to come back. And if you don't, guess what? They find a way to hoover you. Hoovering means like the Hoover vacuum cleaner. It's like whenever you're trying to suck up the dirt out of your carpet, you'll like hoover over the carpet and suck up the dirt, you know? Well, what the narcissist does is he'll hoover you. Maybe if you're online, he'll hoover you. Maybe he'll hoover you with text messages. Maybe he'll hoover you by phone calls. You know, maybe he'll try to give you money or gifts or something to kind of try to pull you back into his little game. But honey, all you are doing is wasting your time. You've got to let the narcissist go. Okay? Always remember, you are not the lucky one that you have found yourself in a relationship with a narcissist. Okay? You're not the lucky one. They are the lucky ones that they found someone true that actually gave them the benefit of the doubt and they lied to them. Okay? So always remember, the narcissists think that you are lucky to have them in your presence. That's why they ghost you. Okay? So, best thing to do, let them go. Let the narcissist go. And if he hoovers you, don't take him back. All you're doing is wasting your time. Wasting your time. And you can never get that time back. Never believe a narcissist, because we are beautiful. All us victims out here, like myself and all you watching out there, we are beautiful. Okay? All of us girls, hey, we're beautiful. Don't ever let the narcissist tell you otherwise or chisel at your self-esteem to make you think that you are not beautiful, because you are. I am beautiful and so are you. And we deserve the best. It doesn't matter if you are a lonely girl. You will find someone. But you have got to stay away from the narcissist. And you have got to learn your lesson from this narcissistic abuse. My narcissistic problem was about 6 years. Oh, good grief. It lasted about 6 years on the phone, mind you, on the phone. It's because the wrath that builds up inside you, you know, the anger for what they did to you and the lies and time wasted and all that, you know. It like constantly wears on your brain and it just makes you so angry. And yeah, sometimes you might, you know, get lonely and have no one to talk to. So you call him and you might try to, I don't know, extract some kind of love. It's like you're trying to extract honey out of a honeycomb or whatever, you know. And, you know, it ain't gonna happen. You cannot suck the love out of somebody. If they are willing to give you love, they will give it to you for free. You do not have to suck the love out of somebody. And a lot of times, us being victims of narcissistic, like abuse, we try to suck the love out of somebody when they don't love us. A narcissist is like a dead shell. He's like a living dead man who has no love in his heart. He's just like an empty shell. So everything he does is just like an act. You get what I'm saying? So he doesn't know how to act like a real person. Like, he has no feelings, like, whatsoever for love. He has no love feelings. He has no wants for getting married. He has no wants for going on a vacation. He has no anything, dreams of doing anything except hurting people, because obviously he's got narcissistic personality disorder, which is a mental problem, which is, from what I hear, it's impossible to cure or even treat. But really, it all boils down to them being possessed. That's what I think anyways, yeah. Or it boils down to somebody hurt them, so they want to hurt somebody else. Like maybe they've been hurt by a lot of women. Therefore, they want to turn around and hurt all women they come in contact with and bring their self-esteem down very low. and make them feel like the narcissist does. So, ladies, love yourself. Love yourself, seek the truth, find it, and leave the narcissist alone. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, just ask. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.